Hello viewer, welcome back. It's been a while since I've done the unboxing video of the KelTec CP33. So today we're going to do an overview and my review of what I think about this 22 pistol. If you enjoyed today's video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel and share the video. Let's go ahead and get started. Before I start, the firearm is unloaded. There are no ammunition anywhere, and I'm not sponsored by anyone, self-funded. So if you want to give a shout out to the video, support me by subscribing and sharing the video. I will set up a Patreon account which I will give information on the other video. But today we're going to talk about the KelTec CP33. I bought this a while back, a few months ago, last year actually. Love this pistol, very nice. There are things that I love about it, there are things that I don't like about it so much, but overall I'm very happy with the purchase. So in no particular order, I'm gonna give you my opinion of the pistol. But before I go into my personal opinion, just talk about the characteristic of the pistol in general. This is the KelTec CP33 competition pistol. CP stands for competition pistol, and 33 because it takes 33 rounds in one magazine, and it comes with two magazines, so you have 66 rounds of 22 caliber ammunition for this pistol. I think KelTec makes good product, but when I first got into firearms and collecting wise and learning about them, people may snub at them, but so far I have a couple of KelTec. I have a sub 2000, I have this CP33, and I think that's it. But I love both of them and they've been amazing products. So competition pistol, 33 round, quad stack magazine. So the most interesting thing on this pistol for me was the magazine. 33 round of LF22 on a single magazine was phenomenal, because when you shoot 22, it goes pretty fast. It goes pretty fast. The way they are able to fit 33 round in one mag is because they are truly quad stack, reaching 4 rows, 2 on each side. But I'll tell you more later. But this is also one of my painful points on the pistol, the magazine loading. But so let's talk about features. 22, aluminum upper construction, and then plastic polymer on the rest. Lightweight pistol, semi-automatic, straight blowback mechanism. Very modern light pistol. It's got a full length of Picatinny rail on the upper side. It's got an M-lock, Magpul M-lock cut at the bottom here for you to install perhaps a Picatinny rail and additional stuff like a light. Definitely any kind of optics with Picatinny will fit on top. I don't have one on this one gun at the moment. It's got a straight charging handle, rear mounted. So the charging handle is in the rear. It's got ambidextrous safety, which I like. It's got, they call it ambidextrous, but it's mostly a hill release magazine button. So it's at the bottom of the magazine well. So that means you could access it from either side, so they count that as an ambidextrous feature. It's reminiscent of some of the older pistols that I have, where you will release the magazine at the bottom itself. So what else? 4-pound trigger. The trigger is quite nice, I think. Let's release the slide. I don't drive fire 22s most of the time, so very nice trigger, very flat shooter. I think it's because of the 5.5-inch barrel and the whole 10-inch upper. This pistol, of course, is chamber 22, so there's almost no recoil, but you could shoot it like a train on tracks. Very flat shooter. It's got fiber optic sights, front and rear, and the rear ones are adjustable. They're orange on the rear and green in the front, which stands out very fast. Very accurate. I never had to adjust the sight, but I don't run a red dot on this one. And day one of shooting it, bullseyes, very accurate. Of course, I was within 25 yards for those shots, but very accurate. It comes with a threaded barrel, which also it's something I enjoy a lot. Owning suppressors, I love when the gun has a threaded barrel already, so you can enjoy the quietness. And it's a hammer fired action. It was designed really as a target pistol, right? Because you can see by the long frame, the longer barrel, the wide, the frame is not that wide, but the way the pistol is built, more stable. It's really meant for precise shots. One of the precise shots. So any other features? It weighs about let's see, 1.5 pounds unloaded or 2 pounds loaded, I believe. It's 10.6 inch long overall, about almost 11 inch. Of course, the thread for the barrel is 1/2 by 28, which is great, mostly conventional to a lot of the 9mm type car suppressors. And it has 1/14 twist rate in the barrel. Now, overall look, I think it's interesting, right? It's a kind of a futuristic, modern, lots of plastic, lots of Picatinny on top, wide. One of the things that I felt weird about when I first saw the pistol in a store before I bought it, I just felt like the magazine was a little wide, because if you look at it, it's quite wide compared to most standard pistol, and that's because of the quad stack magazine. So the grip was quite wide, but I felt like I would have a problem holding it, but I don't, and I don't have the biggest hand, of course. But so you get used to it. At first it may feel like very wide, but no problem reaching the trigger and keeping my hand in a safe position when I'm holding with a firm grip as well. Very accurate, really. Lightweight, accurate, I think I mentioned that already. Let's talk about owning an impression. So I've only shot this in 22. I've seen some videos, I believe, of people converting that to make them look a little more cool. The charging handle is definitely interesting. It's non-reciprocating. From the rear, the mag comes with the 2 magazines, as I mentioned, so you have 66 rounds to play with off the gate. One of the things that frustrated me on the pistol, the magazine. So one of the things that frustrated me on the pistol was the magazine. Loading this mag gave me a little bit of trouble, but I think I kind of messed up myself, because you're supposed to, based on the manual, to simply insert the ammunition, push down and slide it back. But when you put the first 5 rounds, you have to make sure they are staggered properly. And the first round is there, the second round, and then the third round. So the back of the ammunition is kind of pushing against. And when you put the first round, they have to go on each side. And after that, you load properly, it will shoot. You won't have any issue. Otherwise, what I was getting was feather to feed, because my ammunition was pointing down inside the magazine, so it wasn't coming out of the magazine straight. And you'll see on my range video footage where I had those malfunctions. But once you take your time loading and you don't try to help it like I was doing, because I was pressing the tab on the side here, trying to help the ammo go down, and then they would just stagger on top of each other. So it was user error. But once you load it properly, it's really fun. It goes very fast, of course, but 33 round compared to most 22, you know, 15, even 20 round or 19 if you have a large capacity. 33 was like out of here, almost like a rifle AR-15 type magazine size, right? Easy to shoot. Trigger is easy. I would definitely recommend this to anyone, especially if you're going to shoot. I don't want to say for pleasure, but yeah, pleasure. We all shoot for pleasure a lot, but I think it's a good pistol for really for that competitiveness, right? You want to shoot bullseyes. You want to make it like not shoot necessarily super fast, but you want to be very precise. You want to do like the marksmanship kind of shooting on a 22. This will be a good platform. Of course, it's not a rifle, so it's not as good as a rifle, but for a pistol competitively, you can play with this. Definitely plinking on steel, amazing, perfect results. I shot this one suppressed a lot, which is very fun. I've put both big suppressor like the Silencer Co Hybrid. Let me drop something. Like the Silencer Co Hybrid, or the actual 22 base suppressor like this Sparrow. Regardless of the suppressor, and the hybrid is a big can, you'll see on the video, it's a big suppressor, but I didn't have any problem seeing the target because the sights, well, the hybrid was kind of right at the edge, but despite the size of the suppressor, the gun was very well balanced. But if you have a smaller, thinner suppressor like this, of course the sights are plenty efficient because the suppressor is shorter than the height of the gun, the pistol. So no matter which can you're using, this one is an ASC. It's ready to go. Half by 28, can't go wrong with that. Of course, straight blowback, so you don't have to have a piston or anything because the barrel is fixed, it's not moving. On this pistol. Good shooter, really. I think suppresses very well. I do want to say one thing I noticed, you got to keep this lubricated, which is kind of true for my experience with a lot of my 22s, because that ammunition round, depending on what you use, is not always the cleanest. But especially on this one, when I run it suppressed and I run properly good ammo, I don't really buy whatever. I just have to keep it very lubricated when I shoot it. Otherwise, you start having maybe failure to feed and failure to eject, because the charging handle and there's no really slide, but the charging handle and the bolt action is starting to get sluggish. So lubricate this one, keep it very well lubricated. And I know it's been out for a while, so you may already know all of this, but it's kind of fun to go over those topics. But very good pistol, really. I mean, very nice. If you have a small hand, maybe the grip will be an issue, but I think it's doable, right? But again, buy this if you're looking for a very precise 22 with a large capacity magazine. Lightweight, versatile, very accurate. If you can mount a bunch of accessories on this with the Picatinny and the M-Lock. So the light, definitely a red dot and a light for sure. And I don't know what else, maybe your snack can holder, whatever you're into. So that was the KelTec CP33 quad stack. 66 rounds total with the 2 magazines, 4 pounds trigger, lightweight, 5.5 inch barrel, 10.6 inch long overall. Very good shooter. Keep it lubricated so you don't get malfunction like I did or failure to extract. Load the magazine properly and make sure the ammunition is staggered and well placed inside the magazine. And after that, you will have a great time at the range shooting this thing. Indoors or outdoors, still target, non-target. So I use this with a lot of subsonic ammunition and good result. But the pistol is optimized for high velocity 22, so 40 grains and above. So keep that in mind. If you are going to run low grain ammunition, you may see failure to eject failure to extract or some unexpected behavior. So the higher the grains, the better, 40 grains and plus. Suppressing it, no major issues except the lubrication, which will help feed and cycle properly. So I hope you enjoyed this and you may have learned something. It's not a new pistol, it's been out for a while, but I figured I had forgotten to make a review of this video. There is a video of my unboxing somewhere here in the link. And if you have a KelTec CP33, let me know if you love yours and what you've done to it, right? I'm not looking for a red dot for this one, but hey, I'll be interested to see what kind of optics people are running on these. I do like the fixed sights. And I don't shoot this all the time, so far so good. If you enjoy, thumbs up for liking, subscribe to the channel, share the video, and thank you for watching. Oops, I'm too slow. I can't do fast reload like this.